last night on December 3rd, around 10:30, South Korean president declared martial law on national television. And according to a report by 10 Asia entertainment agencies, canceled all their artists and group schedules. Let's discuss what happened in South Korea last night.
From South Korea, where President Yoon Suk-yeol has declared martial law. He made the unexpected announcement in a late-night television address.
Thumped overhead.
Clive, firstly, what was the president thinking? And secondly, what happens next?
All right, so President Yoon Suk-yeol went live on national TV and declared martial law. And obviously that's not something you hear every day. This is the first time it's happened since 1979. And if you know anything about South Korea's history, that year was a big deal. Back in 79, martial law was declared after President Park Chung-hee was assassinated, and it threw the country into total chaos. It marked the beginning of a military coup and one of the tensest periods in Korean history, with crackdowns on protests, media censorship, and full-blown military control. So when the president announced martial law, you can imagine for 6 hours straight. Koreans stayed up, eyes glued to their TVs, waiting for what could have been another historical nightmare. The tension was unreal. It felt like the whole nation was holding its breath, just hoping history wouldn't repeat itself. And just like that, Seoul has been thrown into complete chaos. Civilians and even some former soldiers are going head-to-head with active duty military forces in the streets. It's the kind of scene you'd expect in a dystopian movie, but nope, it's real life. There are videos all over social media of soldiers clashing with protesters who refuse to back down. But one clip in particular is taking the internet by storm. In the middle of the chaos, a woman stepped up and fought back. She was captured on camera screaming at a soldier. "Aren't you ashamed of yourself?" You could see her gripping his rifle, struggling to wrestle it away while telling him to let go. This video is going absolutely viral, with netizens all over South Korea calling her a hero. People are saying she's the kind of fearless voice we need in moments like this. But why did this martial law happen in the first place? So the president claimed it's the only way to save South Korea from North Korean communist forces and so-called anti-state groups. In his speech, he said the Republic of Korea is on the brink of ruin and vowed to rebuild it by eliminating these so-called threats. Yoon framed this as a necessary step to protect the country's freedom and secure a better future for the next generation. He even tried to reassure people, saying he'll minimize the inconvenience for law-abiding citizens and keep up South Korea's international commitments. But let's be real, that idea of martial law has made everyone uneasy, and people started questioning whether this is actually about national security or something else entirely. The whole thing ended with him basically pleading with the public, saying, "Trust me, I'm doing this for you." But trust, that's in short supply right now. But hold up, who exactly are these so-called pro-North anti-state forces that President Yoon is talking about? Because, let's be honest, that's a pretty heavy accusation to throw around. According to BBC Korea, Yoon has taken a way tougher stance on North Korea than previous presidents, which is saying a lot. But here he's also been calling out the opposition party, labeling them as pro-North.
He'd accused the country's main opposition party of paralyzing his minority government and sympathizing with North Korea.
And he hasn't exactly backed up those claims with solid evidence. So is this just political mudslinging, or is there more to the story? Please comment down below. But critics are saying this kind of rhetoric could be less about security and more about silencing his rivals. And let's not forget, this isn't the first time leaders have used vague accusations like this to justify extreme measures. To help you understand what's happening, let me tell you the political landscape in South Korea right now is anything but balanced. The opposition party, called the Dang, has a huge majority in Korea's National Assembly, 190 out of 300 seats. That means they control most of the decisions, and the president doesn't have enough power to push through his plans. According to Money Today, with that kind of opposition majority, Yoon's political struggles were doomed from the start. So he declared martial law, but many people think it wasn't just about security. It might have been his way of trying to grab back control, especially since his scandals and low approval ratings have put him in a tough spot. The opposition party is strong enough to keep blocking him, and they've been calling him out over corruption, like that whole drama with the First Lady and Dior bag. According to BBC Korea, President Yoon's been in a bit of a lame duck situation since April 2024. That's when the opposition party crushed it in the general elections, taking control and leaving Yoon's administration pretty powerless. Since then, he's been locked in a constant battle with the opposition, which became crystal clear when he addressed the nation to lift martial law. Yoon didn't hold back, calling out the National Assembly to stop their reckless acts like impeachments, what he called legislative manipulation and budget obstruction. The opposition party hasn't let his administration pass anything. They even introduced a bill to slash the government's budget, a move the president can't veto. And let's be real, the president's frustration is palpable. Well, BBC Korea straight out reported that President Yoon had taken this extreme measure in response to a series of political failures. Meanwhile, the entertainment industry was put on high alert and led to the cancellation of many events. According to an exclusive report, major entertainment agencies like YG, SM, and JYP and HYBE have notified their artists not to attend scheduled events starting December 4th, under martial law, assembly, or gathering is restricted, which is likely the reason for entertainment companies to cancel events. An industry insider said holding an event under martial law could lead to unforeseen consequences. Around 4:30 in the morning, the president addressed the nation, again to lift the martial law after pressure from the National Assembly and a stressful night for South Korea. And now Democratic Party in Korea is asking for his resignation. According to Money Today, the consequences of this decision could be huge and hard to predict. The opposition party isn't backing down. And they're saying that Yoon could face charges of rebellion, which basically means resisting the authority of a state with force. Now, here's where it gets intense. Under South Korea's constitution, a sitting president can't normally be prosecuted, but rebellion or treason are exceptions. If this charge is applied to Yoon, he could face severe punishment, including life imprisonment or even the death penalty. Even if they don't go that far with charges, it looks like Yoon could still be impeached. Things are about to get even more heated, and it seems like President Yoon's political future is on the line. Can you imagine your favorite idols? No concerts, no events, no new content. Just like that. It's wild to think how something like this could completely shake up the entertainment industry. Let me know what you think in the comments.